Today we are joined by Mr. Sudhir Ghodke from Education Initiatives. He is currently working there as the Director and Vice President of Sales and Marketing. And he's our alum. So, Mr. Sudhir, please share something about your today's visit to IIMA.
So thank you, Professor Shukla. I think it's a pleasure to come back to the Institute as a guest speaker. And today, the basic idea was to expose the students of your course in an elective course in education on what are the trends that we see in the educational sector, and to talk about my own journey from IIM to set up an organization as an entrepreneur, and to give an idea of the latest research work that we're doing that can help the students here to choose a career in the field of education. So that was, I think, a basic goal, and it's always interesting to get challenged by young minds, and their questions make you think about things that you are sometimes assumed, and it's always very nice to stand in front of them and put forth your work and get feedback. So that was again another objective of mine.
Yes, and also, so for the audience, it's also important to understand because you graduated from this top management school and now you are working in education sector. So how does this journey evolve?
So yes, I think like a lot of alumni, I also took up a corporate job, got campus placed and went for my first job. But I got an opportunity to set up a school in Ahmedabad. Professor Sunil Handa, who is an alumni and a professor here, he invited a few of us to set up this school. And I think that was the beginning of our educational journey.
And you're indicating about the Eklavya
Eklavya school, yes. So we all grouped together, three of us, two from the 93 batch and I'm from the 94 batch. And three of us quit our jobs in the corporate sector, came to Ahmedabad, set up the school. We set up a teachers training college. We were supposed to set up a residential school. So 3 projects for 3 people. And I think this whole exposure that we got was invaluable. And without Professor Handa's financial and moral and emotional support, I think his belief in us at that young age to give the responsibility for such a huge project, I think is a lifetime, once in a lifetime opportunity. And after Eklavya, we then set up our own organization, which is what we're running today, called Educational Initiatives. And it focuses on assessment as a tool for educational change. So we are assessment specialists. We work with organizations like World Bank, UNICEF, Google, Michael and Susan Dell Foundation. So all the top organizations in the world use our assessment expertise to get a picture of how well children are learning. So it's been a 17, 18-year-old journey after moving out of Eklavya. And we're very happy that we got a chance to come back to the institute and share this journey with the students.
And so please also share some of your experiences regarding being an entrepreneur in education sector, and like what does it take to be this sort of entrepreneur?
So I think entrepreneurship itself is a difficult path, and a lot of potential entrepreneurs um, really don't understand the complexity of entrepreneurship or the challenge of entrepreneurship. Today, because of the startup boom and a lot of venture capital funding that people get, it is seen as an easy thing to do. But it's quite to the contrary that entrepreneurship is difficult, and entrepreneurship in education is even more complex because it takes a lot of time in education. Unlike in any sector, like you do hospitality or you do retail or you do IT services, the success that you would get would be much faster. Whereas here you are impacting children's lives, they are learning, it's impacting a ecosystem which is very slow to change. Schools have been working for the past 50 years in a particular way. They do not move very fast. So to have the patience to see your thoughts getting integrated into the school system requires a lot of patience, requires a lot of understanding that you may be right, your product may be the best product in the world, but the electricity is not there in the schools, or the computer labs are not there, or the teachers are not interested in your product, or the parents are not wanting to pay fees. So there are other factors which may impact your success, which need to be worked around. So I think patience is one. Second is, commitment to the sector needs to be very high. It's very easy to say, okay, it's not working, let me go do something else. But education, if you're committed to the sector, it has a lot of potential.
And then in current scenario, so what are the opportunities that you see, especially for somebody who wants to venture into this particular sector?
So, as I said in class also, there are three main areas in education: the curriculum, the teaching, learning, and assessment. I think the teaching learning space has got a lot of attention and a lot of investment, or a lot of companies work in that space. But there are very few people working in curriculum and assessment spaces. So I would say that the curriculum of the future is a very different curriculum than the curriculum of the past. The curriculum of the past helped children to become, productive citizens in the economy of the past. The economy of the future requires a different mindset. It requires application, it requires agility, it requires understanding, a wide understanding. So I would say that there is a huge opportunity in the curriculum space. There's a huge opportunity in new things like machine learning and artificial intelligence, which integrates computer science, neuroscience, pedagogical science into a framework. So if anybody enters the sector with one of these three areas, and management science obviously, and then develops a team to work on this, I think that would, because the current investment, huge amount of investment is happening. China is investing a huge amount of money in artificial intelligence. And uh, even Bill Gates is focusing on that. They've invested in Salcan and all that stuff. So I would say opportunities in that sector are amazing.
And any closing remarks that you would like to share with our audience?
I would say that for the students, I would basically want them to, take. I would want them to know that results come with perseverance and a lot of focus, and they should take care of their health. They should be balanced about their family lives and other commitments, because entrepreneurship is a lonely journey, and sometimes the balance between work and life beyond work is compromised. So I would say that be in it for the long haul, and focus on your dream, and it will become your reality. Thank you.
Mr. Sudhir Ghodke, a pleasure meeting with you, having you peer back to IIMA. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Shukla. Thank you.